Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Radio Show. The show is about transforming lives one story at a time. We invite people from all walks of life to come and share their heart stories. And we're so interested in chatting with people who are making positive impacts right around the world. And we have yet another change agent on the line. She hails all the way from England. And she is a business coach and also the founder of A Better Way Business Coach. Please welcome Janice George-Pinard to the show. How are you doing today, Janice?
Hi, I'm fine, Nikki. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much. And let's get right to it. So tell us a little bit about your background leading up to becoming a business coach.
Well, it has been a journey. I grew up in a little island in the Caribbean called Dominica.
Yes.
It's also called the Nature Island of the Caribbean.
Beautiful place.
Yes, it is. I first started working in banking, and since then I've worked in different departments in banking. So I really gained a lot of knowledge and in-depth understanding of the banking sector and business as a whole. I spent over 10 years in banking, and although I did really well and moved up the ladder quite quickly, I must say, I always felt that void. I knew that something was missing, and I did not get that fulfillment from my work. I felt that I was not being myself. There were times I would actually go home, cry, and not even know why, but I just knew that I was in the wrong place. And I felt so trapped. And I got to that point where I decided, no, I needed to do something. And I remember speaking with my husband about it. And we had a very long discussion about career change. And I thought maybe I should go back to school. And that's what we did. That's what I did. And we were Christians as well, so we spent a lot of time praying about it. Right. And that's what we decided, that we would move to the UK. I would go back to school, and I really wanted to continue in business because my qualification has always been in business. So I did a degree in international business. And during that time, I was working part-time, trying to find myself. I worked in marketing, I worked in retail, but then during my last year, I realized that I needed to work on my own. I needed to start my business, and this is what I did. At that time, I went into an e-commerce business. It's still running, and it's still successful. But when I was getting started, it took a lot of my time, and I spent a lot of time just building it, developing it, but I was at home, and during that time I got really, really, really lonely. And at that time my husband was working. He used to work we lived in Essex. He worked in West London, and his commute was almost 2 hours. So when he got back home after a long day, it's like me having to tell him everything that I've done for the day. I felt that he did not need to hear that after a long day. And I kept a lot to myself. I was just I was very lonely and not knowing what I was doing to myself. And I got to a stage where I was even being depressed. But fast forward a few years, I started getting help in that area. Although the business was doing well, I needed personal help. And I started getting help in that area. And I started going out, meeting other people, trying to just get rid of that loneliness, dealing with that depression, getting the support that was needed. And that was when I met other entrepreneurs, other business people during networking events, during things like that, and I realized that they had the same problem. Some of them had the same problem that I was going through. They needed that support. They needed a community. They needed other entrepreneurs to be able to speak with. And they had that same loneliness problem. A number of them did. So this is kind of what led me to go into business coaching, because I could understand where they are coming from and needing that extra partner, buddy to be able to talk to.
Yes.
And that's my story basically. And eventually, last year, I officially started launched the business Way2BetterBusiness.
Okay, fantastic. So you launched, and what is the proper name of your business?
It's Way2BetterBusiness.
A Way to Better Business.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. To Better Business, fantastic. So it's been how long operating now?
Well, the business itself has been operating officially since May 2019.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yes.
okay.
But
so
before
just about
that,
a year now.
Yes.
Okay. But before that, sorry, you were saying?
Before that, I was still coaching, doing some of my coaching, but the business itself started last year.
Okay, excellent. And who comes to see you? Who's your typical client?
My clients are small business owners who feel stuck, overwhelmed, need that kind of help to make the right decisions that will move their business forward. So it would be, yes, go on.
Okay, and continue.
Sorry. My clients usually need help with making the right decisions, maybe gaining clarity on their vision, looking at setting strategic goals that will turn their vision into action steps that can move the business forward, maybe needing help to identify roadblocks and exploring options, and overall making the right decisions that can help them. I also provide training and support that focuses on helping them to work on the business and not work in the business. Because too many times we get busy doing the everyday tasks that we don't have time to look at the business, step out and look at the business and get an overall view of what is really going on.
It's really important, to get like a second opinion, to get an objective view of how things are going, because, you can get so deeply involved in the rhythm of your business that you think everything's running well, but, people from the outside looking in are going, oh, no, that could be done so much better. So it's good to get a fresh set of eyes and perspectives, right?
That's right.
Excellent. So you have the business running, your coaching business is flourishing. How has that transformed your life, pursuing this new passion project of yours?
Well, for me, I must say, I really found myself. I was able to find myself again, find my passion, find my God-given talent. And that just allowed me to just show up better for my clients. I felt that I'm no longer insignificant, and I now have my confidence back, and I'm a much stronger person. And I feel that I'm a better person, not just to my clients, but to my family. My husband says that I'm just different to me now. And he's like, that's the person that I got married 2 years ago.
Fantastic.
And
Fantastic.
yeah, so I found myself again. And I'm really happy.
Wonderful. Well, you sound happy, and it's a really wonderful thing to have you speak with us today about, what you do and the importance of finding a coach and getting that other opinion or that, fresh perspective on how things are operating with your business. So that's a wonderful thing. So how can people reach you on social media?
Well, I am on LinkedIn. They can just search for Janice George-Pinard. I've got my website as well, way2betterbusiness.com. I'm also on Facebook at Way2BetterBusiness, and Instagram as well at Way2BetterBusiness.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you so much, Janice, for your time. You've been listening to the Nikki Clarke Radio Show with our very special guest, business coach Janice George-Pinard. And please reach out to her. She's got a fantastic business coach opportunity for you, so you don't want to miss out on that. And Janice, any last words, any advice you could give someone who is starting out in a business?
Well, the kind of advice I would definitely give is have an active business plan. Definitely. Start with planning. Have a business plan. Too many small businesses are starting without a plan. I've seen it over and over again, and that's my number one thing.
Okay, so having a plan and following through with the plan, and if you don't know how to do it, get help, right?
Yes.
Get a coach. Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Janice. It's been a pleasure, and all the best to you, and we will be in touch very soon. Bye for now.
And thanks for having me. Bye.
It's a pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.